You've paid this fee without thinking about it. $3. You walk into a gas station, you need cash, you tap your card, and in 5 seconds, someone you've never met just made money from you. Not the gas station, not your bank, a private individual. That ATM you just used cost about $3,000, and it can quietly generate over $40,000 a year doing almost nothing. No employees, no ads, no storefront, just a metal box sitting in the corner collecting $3 from you and dozens of other people every single day. And here's the part nobody tells you. Most ATMs in America are not owned by banks. Banks only own about 30% of ATMs in the United States. The other 70% are owned by private operators, independent business owners, investors, people who bought a machine, placed it somewhere smart, and now collect fees while they sleep. There are nearly 470,000 ATMs across America, and most of them are quietly printing money for someone you'll never see.
Here's how the business works. You buy an ATM for $2,000 to $3,000. Then you find a location that needs one, a gas station, a bar, a convenience store, a strip mall. You make a deal with the owner. They get a cut of every transaction, usually about 50 cents. You keep the rest, usually $2 to $2.50 per withdrawal. Then you load the machine with cash, connect it to the internet, and walk away. The machine does everything else. Every time someone uses that ATM, you get paid. They pay a $3 fee, their bank takes about 25 cents for processing, the location owner takes 50 cents, you keep about $2.25. That doesn't sound like much until you multiply it. If your ATM gets 50 transactions per day, that's $112 per day, $3,300 per month, and over $40,000 per year from a $3,000 machine. That's more than a 1,300% annual return, and your only job is refilling the cash once a week. And here's where it gets even more interesting. You don't stop at one ATM. You buy 5, or 10, or 20. Each machine operates independently. Each one generates its own cash flow. Each one requires about 30 minutes per week to maintain. Now do the math. 20 ATMs, each averaging 50 transactions per day at $2.25 profit per transaction. That's over $2,000 per day, $67,000 per month, and more than $800,000 per year. No employees, no inventory, no rent, just machines. But location is everything. A bad location might get 10 transactions per day. A great location can get 100 or more. That difference is the line between a side hustle and a retirement plan. The best locations are bars and nightclubs. People run out of cash. They've been drinking. They don't care about fees. A busy bar ATM can do 150 transactions in a single night. That's over $300 in just a few hours from one machine. Concert venues, casinos, strip clubs, anywhere people are spending cash and don't want to leave, those places are gold mines. Gas stations are less exciting but more predictable. People need cash for tips, tolls, or small purchases. A well-placed gas station ATM does 40 to 60 transactions per day. Reliable, steady, profitable. Convenience stores in low-income areas can also be very profitable because people without bank accounts still need cash, and they're willing to pay $3 to access their own money. It's expensive to be poor, and ATM operators profit from that reality. But there's a part nobody talks about. You need cash, and a lot of it. Each ATM holds anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 depending on the location. If you own 20 machines, that's $40,000 to $200,000 sitting inside metal boxes. Run out of cash, and the machine stops making money. You're not just running ATMs, you're running a cash logistics operation. And there are risks. Machines get vandalized, sometimes smashed, sometimes stolen. You can lose $5,000 overnight. Insurance helps, but downtime still costs you money. A broken machine can cost you over $100 per day in lost fees. Then there's the regulatory side. ATM operators have to register as money service businesses, file reports with FinCEN, and follow anti-money laundering laws. Cash businesses are watched closely, and if you mess up the paperwork, the fines can be brutal. This isn't completely passive, but for people who do it right, the math still works. A machine pays for itself in 3 to 6 months. After that, it's pure profit. Machines last 7 to 10 years with maintenance. That's nearly a decade of cash flow from a $3,000 investment. And the big players know this. Companies like Cardtronics manage hundreds of thousands of ATMs worldwide, process billions of transactions every year, and generate over $1 billion annually just from fees. But you don't need to be a giant corporation. Independent operators with 10 to 50 machines are quietly earning six figures per year. No office, no employees, just a van, some cash, and a weekly refill route. One man in Texas started with a single ATM at a truck stop. He paid $2,500 for the machine and split the fees with the owner. That ATM did 80 transactions per day. He made about $100 per day, $3,000 per month from one machine. He reinvested the money, bought another machine, then another. Within 3 years, he owned 25 ATMs. His monthly revenue was $75,000. His expenses were about $10,000. His profit was $65,000 per month from ATMs. That's the beauty of this business. It's invisible. Nobody thinks about ATMs. Nobody asks who owns them. But someone does, and they're collecting $3 at a time, 50 times a day from 20 machines while they sleep. So the next time you use an ATM and pay that $3 fee, remember this: it's not going to your bank. It's going to someone who figured out that the most boring business in the world is also one of the most profitable, and they're getting rich one withdrawal at a time. If this changed how you see ATMs, subscribe, because next time we're exposing the vending machine empire, where a $2 bag of chips costs 40 cents and where millions of machines are quietly printing money across America. The hidden money is everywhere. You just have to know where to look.